Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a BB review. Today we're going to be having a look at Galaxina. So Galaxina is one of a few films that were kind of riding on the success of Star Wars. This one perhaps has got more in common with Barbarella than anything else, however. So you would want to say this is a little bit more of an adult sort of sci-fi film, and it's maybe not quite as sexy as, say, Barbarella, but it certainly is trying to sort of have its cake and eat it in regards to both of those franchises as well. Now, this film has got a little bit of history attached to it. So the title character, Galaxina, was played by Dorothy Stratten. Or I said was played by, I should say. The reason why I say that is she was murdered by her husband shortly before this film was released. So she never actually got to see it as a final product, and it sort of gained a little bit of infamy because of that. So Dorothy Stratten was a Playboy, Playmater, or Penthouse pet, one of them, and unfortunately her career was cut short with it. After this film, so that's a bit of a sad story with this unfortunately. But back to the actual film itself, it's kind of really a spoofy film. I don't take it sort of as a serious plot, and it basically follows the crew of a police ship trying to sort of recover some sort of crystal or some sort of MacGuffin, basically. And Galaxina is a sort of a female sort of android who is sort of tasked with essentially piloting the ship initially. And she falls in love with the captain of the ship, who's kind of this sort of Han Solo-y type sort of character, and it sort of follows the adventures of the kind of like motley crew as they sort of trying to get this crystal and whatever. They're pursued by this kind of bad guy in like a hawk type spaceship. I think it looks fairly cool. Now the special effects are relatively low budget, and this is going back a few years as well, this film, so by today's standards it looks pretty poor. So you're probably not going to be wanting to watch this film unless you're just a real B-movie buff, or you kind of you're into your very obscure sci-fi films. There are quite some funny moments. One springs to mind, for example, when they get into a planet, and they're sort of going into a bar, and there's a barman who looks very much like Mr. Spock, and he introduces himself as Mr. Spot, and he's got rounded ears rather than the pointy ones. So that gave me a chuckle. I actually saw this film originally when I was a wee lad, and I quite enjoyed it then. I mean, watching it now, you kind of think, oh, what was it I liked about it? There are some quite fun aliens, and there's some sort of decent looking sort of monster effects. But overall, it's a fairly forgettable film, and I think I had fond memories of it. And when I actually watched it more recently, I was thinking, oh, I can't really remember why I liked it so much when I was younger. Now, as I say, I don't think it was meant for kids, certainly, but it's certainly not an offensively rude film. I don't even think you see any boob in it, to be honest, but there may be some sort of sexual sort of situations there. So I can't really recommend this film to anyone other than people who are really interested in sort of like in B movies and the sort of the ultimate cheesy things that you have. I mean, it's a bit of a you may be have a bit of interest because of Dorothy Stratten and the history that surrounds the film, perhaps. But really, for general audience, I cannot recommend this film at all, because you just would not be interested in it. So I have to give this one a 4 out of 10. Have you seen it? And would you see it based on what I told you? Probably not, but I'd love to know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.